Um, General guidelines. The general guidelines are used to tell us how can we study the association between two variables in a two-way table. Now, one, if the current variable is an independent variable or explanatory variable, we compute current percents to study the relationship between x and y. Two, if the low variable is an independent variable, we compute the low percent to study the relationship between x and y. Now, recall this is our original two-way table, okay? This is our original two-way table. We try to use gender to explain promotion status. So gender is the explanatory variable or independent variable. Now, to understand, a quick way to understand why we use gender as an independent variable. Well, think about this. Why Mary get no promotion in the last 3 years? Because Mary is what? A female. Why John got promoted 3 times in the last 3 years? Because John is what? John is a male. So people try to use gender in this case to explain what? The promotion status. So gender is an independent variable. But gender is a current variable. So we should compute what? The current percent. Okay? Now, what is current percent? What is low percent? Let's look at the table. Okay? Let's look at the table. Current percents. 60%, 40%. 60% of male worker got promoted in the last 3 years. 40% of male worker did not get any promotion in the last 3 years. Similarly, 20% of female worker got promoted in the last 3 years. But 80% of female worker did not get promotion in what? Did not get promotion in the last 3 years. Look at here. How we get this number? The number is obtained. Look at here. How we get this number? The number is obtained by 300 divided by 500. 300 divided by 500, which is 60%. 200 divided by 500 is 40%. 100 divided by 500 is 20%. 400 divided by 500 is 80%. Okay? So this is what we call this is what we call current percents. This is what we call current percents. How about low percent? Well, low percent goes this way. 300 plus 100 is what? Is 400. So 300 divided by 400 is 75%. Okay? Let me try one more time. Okay? $300 divided by 100 is 75%. 100 divided by 400 is 25%. 200 divided by 600 is 33%. 400 divided by 600 is 66%. This is what? Low percent. How do we find out this is current percent or low percent? It's actually very easy to find out, right? Why this is current percent? How can we tell this is current percent? It's very easy to find. It's very easy to find. The current percent, if you add all the entry in the same column, they should add up to 100%. 60% plus 40% is 100%. 20% plus 80% is what? 100%. Now, how do we find out this is low percent? Same thing. We add all the entry in the same row. They should add up to 100%. 75% add 25% is 100%. 33.3% plus 66.7% is also 100%. Okay? So this is a way how can we tell what is low percent or current percent. And doesn't matter low percent or current percent. They are all conditional probabilities. Okay? Next, let's look at one. The slide followed by this one. Look at here. Look at here. How we read this notation? Given that X is what? Male. X is a gender. Gender is male. And Y is promotion status, yes. Well, this is P means what? Probability. Okay? Now, so how we read this? Given that we select a male worker, the probability that he was promoted in the last 3 years is 60%. This is the way how we read the notation. Okay? Similarly, look at this one. Given that we select a female worker, the probability he got promoted in the last 3 years is only what? 20%. Okay? This 60% is 3 times of what? The 20%. Okay? So it's a much higher what? Probability. Well, from this observation, can we say there's a sexual discrimination in the company? Now let's look at this question. Question. Can we conclude this is one of examples of sexual discrimination? The answer is what? No. Why we say no? The data are corrected from an observational study. Okay? The data are observational. Data from an observational study cannot be used to establish what? Causation. No matter how strong the association we find in the study, we cannot use what? The outcome of an observational study to establish causation. And the reason why we cannot do it is because in an observational study, we cannot control lurking variable. Okay? We cannot control lurking variable. And what is a lurking variable? Well, as we introduced you before. Okay? Now, one possible lurking variable in this example is working status, full-time or part-time. Now, a plausible explanation is that, first, most female workers work what? Part-time. 2, in most cases, company promoted only what? Full-time worker. That create this what? Outcome. That create this outcome.